Hi, welcome to Leicester Fan TV. We thought we'd do a little impromptu live because we've got Dan coming on, who's a Burnley fan. So Dan is from the Cricketer's End. He's going to tell us all about what he thinks to Burnley. They're playing in about an hour in the Carabao Cup, League Cup, whatever you want to call it nowadays. So let's get his views. If you want to ask him any questions about Sunday's match, obviously, Leicester are playing Burnley at 7 o'clock on Sunday. Don't forget that. Get your questions in. I can ask them to Dan now live. Let's add him in. Dan, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Brilliant. How are you, mate? You all right?
I'm all right, yeah. Looking forward to football being back for us, especially being probably one of the last ones of the Premier League to kick off on Sunday.
It's been a bit of a strange one because you haven't kicked off yet. I assume you were down to play Man City or somebody like that, weren't you?
Yeah, we had United at home. I don't understand that because obviously they should have put us against Villa. Obviously put the two United teams to fight it out at a later date. But then to find out also on that weekend that Villa played Man United in a friendly was a bit of a strange one.
Yes, indeed. And Burnley, you're about to kick off, well, not your season, but your, I suppose it is back to your season. You're playing shortly against Sheffield United, aren't you? Yeah,
see, cup ones have always been a bit of a difficult one for Burnley. Even from a fan perspective, it's one of those where do you watch it? Do you not? Is it worth even clocking in for? Just because we know how bad we are for basically going out at the first goal. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. It's just a bit of normality, a bit of football back.
I mean, tonight, Dan, Burnley are probably going to put out quite a different side to the side we're going to see play Leicester on Sunday, aren't they, in fairness? There's going to be tonight's match, I think.
Changes. Maybe bleed some of the youngsters through that was on the bench throughout the back end of the campaign under lockdown last year. Yeah, I could see one or two being in there. Maybe there's a couple of first teamers that need an extra 90 minutes or a few more minutes under the legs before the season goes. But yeah, there'll be one or two surprises in there.
So, Dan, shall we start talking about the two players that Leicester have been highly linked with and interested in, as have a few clubs? Tarkowski and McNeil. What's your views? I mean, I know from a Leicester's point of view, we've just had Ben Chilwell leave us, and to be fair, a lot of Leicester fans with Ben Chilwell were like, if we can get the right amount of money, fair play, we'll take it. What's your views on Tarkowski and McNeil, one by one?
Starting with Tarkowski for me was, if I remember rightly, I think when he was at Oldham, there was links with us back then. Nothing ever came around. He ended up going Brentford, did really well there. And then as soon as we were linked to making offers, he started turning his nose up a bit at, well, I'm not playing, I'm not doing this. Would I like to see that again? Obviously not. You'd want dedication from your players. I can't see him doing that. Obviously, he's come out and he said that he wants to play at the highest if it means he's going to get international recognition. But saying that, there is that release clause there. It's obviously been put there because of the club's valuation from him. It's a tough one with Tarkowski. I think if he wanted to, he'd have spoke up. This is what dumbfounds me with the club, how they say, no, we're in a healthy financial position not to sell. And we're literally there holding our hands up like...
Yes. Well, Dan, trust me, I think Leicester played the same game. We say, no, we don't need to sell. And then suddenly comes in with 85 million for Harry Maguire and we go, yes, please, we'll sell,
It's one of them, obviously, if you look at the team of the season last year, Tarkowski alongside Virgil van Dijk, obviously will stand out for the Premier League. So yeah, if he does go there, because I think TalkSport shared a link saying that West Ham are now ruling themselves out of any more bids.
They put a bid in. They've rumoured to put a bid in around 31 million, haven't they?
Yeah. I could see the club accepting around 40 to 45. Realistically, I think it still have to be near that release clause, but I think the release clause is only active for the top six. I think that's something that I heard on Sky Sports. But it's another one when it comes to McNeil. For me, yes, he's young. Yes, he's got years on his contract. And I'd probably say around the same valuation. I think that's how not just from a fan perspective, but from a club perspective of him and Charlie Taylor on that left-hand side probably gained us more points than lost us last year, which ended up with us finishing in 10th. If any of them players leave Burnley and join you, I think you've got two brilliant players. I wouldn't like them to go to West Ham. Neither.
No.
I mean, you look at them at the moment and they're just going downfall. It comes to something when their club captain of many years is kicking off about, the fact that they've sold that is it 𝕼𝕚𝕚𝕼𝕚𝕼𝕚 or something like that?
Yeah.
From and they're just going to fall from grace, I think.
I mean, Dan McNeil played. I believe he played every game for you guys last season, and he's only 20. How much would you rate him out of 10 then, if you were to sort of be honest about him? Would you?
See, it's a tough one. Last year, up until the Palace game, we've kind of played him. We moved him from the left-hand side and played him behind a striker against Palace away last year, and it was more like a free role for him. And we thought, wow, like there's just more to his game at that point. After that, when he went back onto the left, and then next few games, it was a tough one because it was like he'd kind of dropped. It's like he knew that. How do I word it? At 20 years old, I think he started to realise, well, there's a lot of touting going on. My name in the papers. Am I already a name on the first team sheet every week? And it's a tough one because, like I say, his last couple of performances have been probably average. But he's one of those that can nick you a really good cross, and that's it. You've got a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a question here from Locks, who's watching. He says, Dan, what's your views on Chris Wood?
See, a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't like it, and I don't understand why. I think under Dash, he's played perfectly in the role of having to sit on the line, sit on the last defender, play off, and it's understandable why he's offside at least minimum 3 times a game.
Yeah,
it's understandable if that's the way Dash wants him to play, just off the shoulder. I think he's brilliant. I actually do. I think, yeah, okay. Every striker's going to have one of those days where they miss a shot or scar one from 2 yards. I mean, we only have to look back at Ronaldo when he was on the line and he put it over the bar. not that I'm comparing Chris Wood to Ronaldo. Yeah. But no, I like him as a forward. He gets in there, gets in and about. He's more like a friendly Ashley Barnes, is Chris Wood.
Yeah, I mean, Leicester fans, he obviously played for Leicester. He did okay with us, and he then, just didn't quite break into the team. This was when we're in the Championship up to the Premier League. Did well at Leeds. So a lot of Leicester fans still like Chris Wood and have got a lot of respect with him. I've got another question for you here. Ross says, are you surprised some other teams haven't come in for Pope?
Oh, big time. Big time. I thought one of the players that would have gone without a shadow of a doubt. I'm glad he hasn't. I'll make that one clear. I'm glad he hasn't. But yeah, I'm surprised. Like I say, Chelsea's been sniffing around, but they've been sniffing around for 3 or 4 goalkeepers. I think it's that stigma, isn't it, as well, with having an English goalkeeper. Some clubs will want it if it's an extra, homegrown talent. Some players are like, well, I'm not paying over the odds for an English player. No, I'd rather pay over the odds for like an Onana at Ajax or someone like that, or Oblak at Madrid. Yeah, it's fun, but I'm still here. Really glad.
Yeah, indeed. And just before we let you go, Dan, just obviously a couple of seasons ago, Burnley got into the Europa League, a bit like Leicester have got into the Europa League this season. It did. Some of the fear at Leicester fans is because it did mess us around. It messed you around a little bit being in the Europa League. Would you advise it could happen for Leicester?
I think the difference with Burnley and Leicester is that obviously with Leicester you've got a lot more players in abundance. You've got a lot more talent that has come through. You've got more, like I say, you've got more players in your ranks. We had a very depleted squad. We've always worked with around 24 players, which is it's naff in the Premier League. you can't do it. We somehow manage it, and I'm surprised we actually have that stability in the Premier League, if I'm honest, with where we are. Like just looking at Ross's comment as well, I can understand what he's saying. You know, we being at Burnley is not England's number one, Nick Pope. But yeah, on regarding the Europa League, it were a nuisance. Was a big nuisance. Obviously, you don't get a pre-season, and with everything that's going on, it might be a pretty bad time as well with how quick, like thick and fast games are coming for yourselves. You know, season's on up and running, and it's a bit like the Championship, Saturday, Tuesday sort of thing. So
it's good fun then. Like you say, you've just. I mean, Leicester fans are hoping we treat it seriously. Dan, before I let you go, I've not checked these stats, but Keith has said, Dan, are you aware it's now 60 years since you were champions of England? Is it your year? Is that the right stat? Is it 60 years?
I'm not sure.
I'm not longer, but
I thought that just even by a couple of years, but I'll take that if it's only 60. You know, I'll take that. But I mean, we have released our own kit, which is in homage to 100 years, to the squad from 100 years ago, post-war or before the war. I'm not sure. So maybe that's, you know, I don't want to be sceptical or say anything.
Because
this year we'd be happy to consolidate in the Premier League.
How many times have Burnley won the actual top league? Is it 2?
Yeah, twice, yeah.
Because I do remember when the season we won it a couple of years ago, we spent the rest of the season as fans singing to all the away fans who came to King Power, we're champions of England, you'll never do that. And I remember Burnley fans turning round and singing some song. I can't remember the exact way they phrased it, but like effectively saying, we've won it twice, you idiots. To Leicester fans. It was very funny.
No, it's straight. If we did have a kit before with the old badge, and it had 2 stars above it, which represented the 2 times we've won it. Yeah, that were the 2 times. Yeah,
brilliant. Just before you go down, a quick your prediction for Sunday, Leicester against Burnley. Score prediction.
I think you're going to nick it 2-1. I think Vardy's going to continue his form from last year. He's already up and running. And I think if I look back at your game the other week, your new signing 𝕋𝕚𝕚𝕼𝕚𝕚, is it? However it's pronounced, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite a good player. He's got looking back at the highlights and stuff of that game, I think he's going to be key for you. But yeah, you can't look past Vardy. He's like a fine wine, isn't he? He's got better with age. So
yeah, indeed. Thanks, Dan, for joining us. Just tell everybody you are from Cricket Field End. Just give us your hashtags and all the ats.
So yeah, we're just at Cricket Field End on Twitter. We have got a Cricket Field End on Facebook, but we kind of mostly Twitter based. Yeah, just deal with stuff, putting out match day posts, highlighting when there's been a goal for Burnley. We try to keep quiet on the away goals. Yeah. We just do the general fan page stuff, and hopefully, like I say, I'll be sharing a full-time win for us. But
well, we'll see.
Can't see it.
We'll see. Thanks, Dan, for joining us. It's been brilliant to have you on the show.
Not a problem. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Brilliant. Thanks. I'll let Dan go. And thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you. Don't forget, Locks is live tonight with Josh at 7:30. So that was a bit of an impromptu one, but it was good to get the views of Dan from the Cricket End. See you all soon. Cheers.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feedme, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, 𝕼𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕼𝕼 Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.